Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. What I've done, usually I will start an episode by telling you guys and showing you guys what I've done between episodes. But today I'm not going to waste the time on doing that. I'm just going to carry on and basically tell you guys as I go what I've done. So I've done some research in the MAM, unlocked the rebar gun, the zipline, as you can see. And some other cool stuff. I've moved the hub again, and I've created a basic factory by the hub that will allow me to basically just make the basic parts, so the plates, the rods and the screws. So that basically we don't keep running out of those, because that's beginning to get frustrating. And yeah, that's about it really. If there's anything else, I'll tell you through the episode if I think of anything else. But today we're going to be carrying on with the rotor factory. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I've designed this factory so that there is absolutely zero excess. And to do that, that makes the numbers a little tricky. So I've come up with a different way of doing it, which is basically going to involve the smart splitter, which we unlocked in the last episode. So these 7 constructors are all basically going to be making screws. So let's set these guys up to make screws. Basically, I just don't want to waste any time this episode. But hopefully we can have this factory done, because most of my factories are offline, because most of them have run out of power. So I basically just want to speed through the rest of this tier and move on to coal power, so we don't have to collect biomass all the time, because it's becoming rather frustrating. But that's a little way off yet. We've still got to build a we still need a modular frames factory as well. So walkways, let's add the lifts for these guys. There we go. So I will show you guys some of the stuff that I've done behind the scenes as the episode goes on, you know, if it's relevant, if we go over to where I've put the hub now, that sort of thing. But other than that, I'm basically just going to keep it, like, I'm not going to waste time going over to show you, because there's just no point. Okay, so, for the screw production, actually we need to just go and underclock one of those machines real quick. For the screw production, we need, I think it's 66.667 screws a minute going into these machines. Because this one should be underclocked to, hold on, let me check my notes because I had this all planned out. So yeah, this should be underclocked to 66.6667, which means we basically need 66 point something or other rods a minute to make all the screws. The rest of the rods that we're producing will go straight into making the rotors. But that's a really awkward number, so what we're going to do, basically, instead of trying to split it properly, or it's not split it properly, it's more split it accurately, what we're going to do is we're going to take the first 5 of these machines, and we're going to merge them all along this sort of way. Output needs to go that way, and again there, another output there, and then this one's going to sort of output that way, and that's not even lined up, is it? No, it's not. Like that. Okay, so these are all going to go this way. So what we've got is basically we're going to have 75 rods, 1, 2, all being merged this way, And we're just going to have basically the excess is going to be split off by a smart splitter, which will then send the excess into the assemblers to make the rotors, essentially. If that doesn't make a lot of sense, it will probably make more sense as we go. It should all start to come clear, basically. So, I've probably done this wrong again, because we're not going to have it. Yeah, okay, it's fine, we'll deal with it in a minute. So, like that. And then I think so basically these all need to go away again. I need to put the splitters in first. I'm actually going to put the smart splitter in now, so that we can basically get that all sorted. And now we know that was done. And I'm just going to add the regular splitters straight down the line. Should be inputted from the back. And so this manifold system will work by sending the required screws all the way down the line. But because we're putting more into this system than what we actually need, this smart splitter at the end is going to send the excess off to be made into rotors, essentially. Which will make sense in just a second. So this needs to be a Mark II belt. There's a Mark II belt there. I think that one needs to be a Mark II belt. We'll make that one a Mark II belt. Just in case, we'll add a Mark II belt there. And then we'll go back to the Mark I belt for the remaining few. So, there we go. So, if I just hop up on top of the splitter so I can see this is the way it's supposed to go. Out of this side we're going to have the rods. Out of the top we're going to have the overflow, and out of the other side we're going to have nothing. And then these guys are going to come this way. And they're going to be merged. We don't need it on that first one. Output's going to go that way. Is that lined up with that? Yes, it is. Same there. I'm going to connect that to there. That one's there. 1, 2. There we go. Connect that up to there. And then this is going to basically come round here. So 1, 2. And it's going to come to there. We'll come back to that in just a second. So what we're going to have is a conveyor merger in line with this one. That's the smart splitter, that's not what we want. There we go, we want a merger in line with each of these. So I think that goes about there. Let me double check. I think that's right. So it's going to go into there, the excess from there, it goes into there. And then these will all go into the assemblers to be made into rotors. Okay, we're going to hop back down to the bottom. Oh, okay, we can't get up there. And so we can't get up there, perfect. Okay, we're going to quickly add the walkways. And we're going to add another row of these guys. Have I got any? I haven't got any biomass, but there's a good chance I might be able to put down the tree without it, because sometimes that works. Just hop it up. No. Okay, we'll deal with that later. Okie dokie. Next is to add the outputs for the screws. So we're going to do that next. Actually, no, we're going to add all of the walkways next, because, you know, I like to know where I'm building and where I'm not. Okay, and let's add the outputs for the screws. Perfect, and there, and the last one goes there. Oh wait, no, that's not the last one. That's the last one. Okay. reverse it, make sure it snaps in, which it does. Perfect. That one, that one, that one, and that one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Perfect. We have got this wrong, so we're going to quickly 1, 2, and then we're going to delete those 3, like that. Okay, next we need to decide where we're going to put the 3 constructors, so I'm thinking we're just going to put them basically in front again, like we did on the last factory, since we have them at the front. So we need to add 1, 2, we'll add 3 rows. We are running low on concrete, so let's go grab some concrete. I'll be back in a second, guys. Okay, I've got the concrete, so we're just going to quickly make another row of concrete, row of foundation, sorry, on this side. And we're going to place our, just quickly make this size the walkway. Why are we suddenly walking so slowly? That's better, thank you. We might need to delete some of this, that's fine, we'll do that in just a second. In the meantime, we're going to build our assemblers, rotate them. What we'll do is we'll do it in nudge mode so we know exactly where we're putting them. So we're going to press H, we're going to nudge them forward until they're half of that, like halfway across this little square in front. And then we're going to nudge them, is it 2 spaces? I think it was 2 spaces over. And we will put the next one in line with that, and the third one in line with that. Yeah, so now this gets to be walkway, and all of this that we've added that's extra is just going to be removed. There we go, perfect. Next we need to extend the floor so we can see where the holes are going to go. Like that, okay, like that. Amazing. Okay, so we're going to do I think we're going to do the rods first, which are going to come in on this side. I don't know why, I've just decided that. So 1, and 2, and 3. So they should all line up. If we reverse it, yep, that looks in. That looks in. And that looks in. Perfect. So we're going to head up and just do the rods first, which are the ones that we didn't send down into anything else yet, so this should be pretty easy to do. Or should we do the screws first, because the screws are going to come in higher, I think. Either or. We'll put the rods in on a higher level, just because it's going to be a bit easier. If we're going to start with rods, we might as well put the rods on the highest level, because you start with the raised splitters first, it just makes it a little bit easier when it comes to doing the second set. So the rods coming in here, we're going to have, or we could just do it, yeah, we could just do, instead of having it raised, we're going to have it coming from the other side. So the rod's going to come from this side, we're going to put a splitter here, facing that way, second splitter, and we don't need a third one, that's not in the right place. We need to be lined up with that. There we go. Right. So we're going to grab our conveyor belt, pull it backwards, so it matches it with there. We're going to go 1, 2, and there. Perfect. That one goes into there. That's not lined up. Why is that not lined up? I'm sorry guys if you think I'm going too fast with this. It's just, you've seen me do this so many times before. I don't want you guys to get bored. I've seen the same thing over and over and over. Exactly what I'm up to. So we're going to grab this from here and go along here. 1, 2. And perfect. Next, we're going to have to go back downstairs because we didn't put the second set of holes in yet. So we're going to go and add the second set of holes for the assemblers. So let's go and do that. It's bound to number 5 on my hotbar. So there we go. There's 1. Where are we? There's 2. And I'm pretty sure that's the 3rd one. Could be wrong though. Let's check by adding the lifts. Yep, that matches. That matches. And that matches. Perfect. So we're going to head back up and just get the... Is it the screws at this point? Get the screws into place. And then we should be pretty much done with the actual machines on this factory. And it should be ready to go to start building our rotors. So let's head over. Okay, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. We need extra floor there. I think what we'll do is we'll move it this way, so we'll have all of the lifts in place, and we'll start merging them towards, this way basically, towards me now. There, 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 and that's all of them. And then we're going to put the splitters just in front of this one, so the input needs to be at the back, so the way I'm looking. And there we go. Okay, so let's get all of these guys merged together and get all of their belts in place. There we go. And this one. That goes in there, that goes into there. That goes into there, that goes into there. And I think it needs to be a Mark II belt at this point. And then it's only a Mark 1 belt into there. But it's a Mark II belt that's going to wrap around and into our splitters. Mark 1 belt there. Mark 1 belt there. And Mark 1 belt, 1, 2. Isn't it? Perfect. Now, one of these assemblers does need to be underclocked, so we're going to just do this one. So it's going to be rotors. And we're going to underclock it to 66.6667%. Perfect. And I'm going to set the recipe for these guys as well. Rotor and rotor. This is not how it's supposed to be. So we're going to just quickly delete all of these and replace them so they become normal ones. I don't know how I managed to mess that up, but I did, so there we go. Floor hole. Let's make sure that we're lined up with the output. There we go, 1. Line up with the output, 2. And line up with the output for 3. And then we should be able to connect these up when they're facing the right way. Yep. Finally, snap that one in. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to add another row of foundations on this side, because that's going to be our walkway. So this should all now be correct. So if we go and actually collect some biomass, we should be able to get this all powered on. So I'm going to run around and grab as much biomass as I can, and I'll be back as soon as I've done that.